It is a done deal, the first done deal by Ineos and Manchester United in this new PSR window that starts today. Dan Ashworth has finally been sanctioned to join Manchester United. This is a big breaking update concerning the situation with Man United when it comes to transfers, and you will understand. I know most of you only want to hear about players, but listen, this is the man who is going to confirm each and every player we've got to sign, and I'll tell you later in my next video why you should be excited about this new confirmation. But let me give it to you. It has been broken by the man himself, David Onstein, of the Athletic, big credible source there, coming out to confirm that indeed Dan Ashworth, who had been placed on a gardening leave for 4 months from Newcastle United, has finally been given the green light to join Man United with immediate effect. Did I even greet you? My name is Webb. Like, share, subscribe. I do greet you from wherever you are, but this is the best greeting for you, I think. The news that is just coming through, exciting news as we do start this interesting period for Manchester United. Here is the update. Manchester United agreed deal with Newcastle United to appoint Dan Ashworth as sporting director. Move delayed by Man United and Newcastle, struggling to compromise on compensation package, but switch now sanctioned. The 53-year-old is expected to start immediately. This is according to David Onstein just a few minutes ago. As I speak to you, I told you from today I will be dropping for you video after video, guys. You are going to have an overflow of updates because business has now officially started at Man United. Remember, Dan Ashworth was among the first guys that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wanted to bring in, but of course, Newcastle were trying to rip us off like they always do. Ineos said, you're joking. We're not giving you 20 million pounds for a sporting director. We would do that if it were Alexander Isak we wanted to pick from you, but not a sporting director. So the talks have been ongoing. Dan Ashworth himself resigned, wanted to resign. They placed him first on a gardening leave as the two parties sought because he had already agreed terms with Man United. In fact, he was willing to go as far as suing Newcastle United, taking them to what you call the Court of Arbitration for Sport or the Premier League arbitration, channels they have, because he thought they were being unfair to him. This is progress in his career, and they were trying to fetter it and deny him the opportunity. So whatever has happened behind the scenes, we wouldn't care. But what we know now is that the former Brighton guy, brain behind the England DNA, a guy who has done magic with Newcastle, known mostly for identifying and hiring high profile players, high profile talent, and grooming them, is the guy now who is coming in to complete the equation for Ineos. Remember, we brought in Jason Wilcox, who is the technical director, and you people would ask what is the difference in terms of their roles. So the sporting director is above the technical director. The sporting director just gives the direction he oversees the direction for everything, at Man United when it comes to football. Where are we headed? Where is our football going? Then the technical director does the sort of the donkey work of getting the people to working the recruitment teams, but of course supervised by the sporting director, to get the exact people to fit into that direction. So it's for some clubs it's probably one and the same roles, but with Man United the idea is to separate it, and we have a fully constituted big team of competent guys, experience, and certainly guys who have earned their medals. So it is going to be now a full house. Of course, we know that the next person who will be coming in later this month, if you don't remember, will be Omar Berada, the CEO. Currently in acting capacity, the CEO is Jean-Claude Blanc, but he should be a board member above this. So the structure is nearly constituted. I think in just a few weeks, we will be confirming that Omar Berada is in as CEO. But the beauty, and Ashworth has got to start immediately. The reason why it's so important that Ashworth starts immediately is because in the new structure, he's got to sanction even these signings we're trying to make. There is an acting CEO to give the signatures. There is that acting CEO to give the signatures in terms of ahead of him. But in terms of the technicalities themselves, Dan Ashworth, as sporting director, has got to sanction these moves for Manuel Ugarte, moves for Joshua Zakzi, moves for Jared Branthwaite, the bids we're trying to make. He has got to sanction them. And that's why it was always so important for Ineos to get this guy in as early as they can. And well, it might have delayed, but certainly it's not too late. It is indeed proper timing. So welcome to Manchester United. So expect after this, expect updates when it comes to these transfers. I told you, start judging Ineos and transfers starting today. The window that has been halting them in terms of PSR windows is done. It is time for them to get serious and down with action. This is the United Sport. This is Man United. Guys, I tell you, I have a very good feeling about this summer. I have a very good feeling, an extremely good feeling about this summer because I feel like it's going to be a quick summer, which is what you want to see. Sign our players and get silent and just wait to see what will happen during preseason. And preseason will start 2 days after the Euros. So clearly it's not so long. The Euros are progressing, almost about to get done. Now we are bringing such an important guy to come and try to give us direction in terms of where we want to go. We've been stuck, honestly, without him, and we know that he has been, I think, on call, consulted on certain things behind the scenes, but without him being there, you think certain things were always going to be slowed because we knew he had to come in and join, and it wouldn't make sense for Ineos to do their things without him, and then later on he comes in and perhaps wants to veto them and change things around and stuff. It was always important for us to go into this summer, fully into this summer transfer window with the sporting director in place. It was always going to be so important for Manchester United. So this is exactly what's happening. This is Man United for you. This is progress. It's breaking news. In case you're just joining me, just to remind you, Manchester United and Newcastle have agreed a deal to have Dan Ashworth join United as sporting director with immediate effect. Now, in terms of the details of how much compensation United is set to pay or have agreed to pay to Newcastle United, those are not yet out yet. I think we will not perhaps care so much about those. We will care about this guy coming in to join the team and start getting down to business because this period we are in is most important for him. This is his period. This is his time, but also giving us a direction of play, setting up structures, profiling, working with Jason Wilcox and the manager to profile which kind of players should be brought in at Man United and all that. And maybe he's coming in could also come in with a few changes if he hasn't been consulted on some, for example. If he comes in, he could come with different ideas and we could say a small twist maybe in certain departments. But what we know is that for the most part, for the most part of the signings we are trying to make, the players we are linked with, he is certainly he has been aware. So I think that's why we've progressed and progressed. So you can see that what Ineos have been trying to do is to work on everything in order. They have been doing things in order. Start with the management team, fully constituted. First of all, the structure. They were delayed with Dan Ashworth, but you saw that they had a plan. Come in, first work on the structure. When you're done with the structure, work on the management team. When you're done with the management team, go to the players, but have a list in place, then execute. You feel like that is a proper way to do things, and this is order for me. Ineos is bringing order at Manchester United, and trust you me, it is exciting. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Drop down in the comment section and give me your feeling. How do you feel? Are you as energized? Are you as happy, as confident as I am beginning to be in this whole Ineos project? Are you excited about this window now that we've got such a big recruitment sealed already? Let me know what you think by dropping down in the comment section. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Sir Jim is working. Na 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 na. Jimmy is working.